Davis, Sweeney in the outfield, Kennedy, Pennington, Ellis, Everidge on the infield, and Kurt Suzuki is the catcher for Dallas Braden. Braden's set to go. He kicks, and the first pitch of the ball game to Marco Scutaro is in for a strike.
First pitch, 7:08, 59 degrees.
So the A's back home after a 3-5 road trip to New York and Boston. So the A's come in with a record of 43-58, and they are 22-25 at home this year. So 3 against the Blue Jays, and then 4 against the Texas Rangers. And that is the extent of the homestand.
Marco Scutaro, an unbelievable season for the Toronto Blue Jays with his 8 home runs, 46 runs batted in, .291 batting average, and more than anything, how about walks? The number of walks that he has received, the number of times he's reached base leading off. And there's Cliff Pennington. We welcome him back to the big leagues. And well, you talk about an ovation that Tommy Time got tonight. Tommy Everidge, when they announced his name, Dick Callahan, place erupted. He said there were going to be RVs, people coming down in droves to watch him play.
Good for him.
Absolutely.
One-two to Scutaro, and he pops a foul back. The overall numbers for Scutaro: .291, third in the league in runs scored, tied for third in the walks that Ray talked about, and tied for third in doubles. So that is the season for Marco Scutaro.
And a leadoff home run against the A's. So he's done it all against his former team.
And he was thrown around in the trade rumors, but Blue Jays decided to hold on to him. And you can see where other teams would be very interested in Marco Scutaro.
Zito Gaston still has his ace, Roy Halladay. He is still a Blue Jay.
Mark Ellis lets it scoot under his glove, although it was going to be a base hit anyways. Ellis had a long way to go to his left. So Scutaro is aboard.
And Dallas Braden in his last start against the Yankees, it was not a great start, but 3 home runs in his last 12 starts. That's very good. ERA still respectable at .374. Like to get back even with his record and take it positive the rest of the way. But the game he had against the Blue Jays in Toronto on April 19th, he walked Kevin Millar, threw a wild pitch, got to second. Lyle Olvey drove him in, got beat by Ricky Romero, and the Blue Jays 1-0, and that was it. It's that wild pitch and a base hit. That was the extent of the score.
And then on May 10th, in the game that he got hit by the batted ball of Vernon Wells, he lost 5-0. Braden trying to bounce back from that start in New York. He allowed a season-high 7 earned runs and a career-high 6 walks. 10 hits in 5 2/3 innings. It was a 7-5 Yankees win. We said in the open, it's really the first tough stretch for Dallas Braden this year. His last 3 starts, he's allowed 15 earned runs in 17 2/3 innings. He's got a couple of losses and a no decision. But if you look at all the starts before that, solid just about every one. And that is why the ERA is still very good at 3.74. Aaron Hill stepped out. Did he ask for time?
He asked for it, did not get it, and rightfully so, because Dallas Braden was ready to pitch, but he stepped out, and unfortunately it was a ball.
So the count 3-1 to the very dangerous Aaron Hill, having a huge season for Toronto. Drives one, shallow center. Davis coming in, and Rajai Davis with a dive. He's got it. Ball fooled me a little bit. I thought he got a little more on it, Hill, but ends up being a short pop-up that Davis makes a nice play on.
Boy, tremendous speed and great play by Rajai Davis. He kind of stopped, did not make a move until he realized the ball was not hit that hard, and then used his great speed, palm up into the dive, and a tremendous play to rob Aaron Hill a base hit and a first and second and nobody out. Speed never goes into a slump, and Rajai Davis has speed that probably will never go into a slump.
He's got a little extra.
Yeah.
Adam Lynn steps in. So Lynn, the left-handed hitter. Lynn, another young player that's having an outstanding year for the Blue Jays. 21 home runs and 67 runs batted in, hitting .295. Little pop-up, shallow left, and it's going to be Eric Patterson who makes the catch, just in fair territory for the second out.
Look at the A's lineup, the team that's on the field. The one thing that stands out is the speed.
Number 30, Kevin
Good call. Patterson, Davis, Sweeney, Kennedy, Pennington.
Even Suzuki.
Yeah, Mark Ellis.
Yeah, I mean, it's a lineup filled with guys who can run. And it might be the type of play that the A's employed the last 2 months of the season. We saw them do it in July and have a lot of success. Right now, there's not a lot of pop in the lineup.
I say let him run.
Yeah,
let him run.
Absolutely. Get on and let him go.
Yeah. 0-1 to Kevin Millar. And now 0-2. Blue Jays come in 49-53, and they are 20-30 on the road. Blue Jays just lost 2 out of 3 in Seattle. They had an off day yesterday, so I would imagine they were happy about that. An off day in the Bay Area. Little pop-up. Mark Ellis has it. Side retired. Leadoff single by Marco Scutaro, but no damage by the Blue Jays.
Number 29, Adam Kennedy.
No score, bottom of the first inning. Adam Kennedy steps in. A's will face the tall right-hander Scott Richmond. We'll give you the rest of the A's lineup in just a moment. First pitch to Kennedy is inside. He's coming off a very good offensive series in Boston, and they will see if they can carry it over into this series and this homestand. A's scored 25 runs, had 50 hits, and stole 7 bases in that 4-game series at Fenway. And of course, 21 of those hits came in 1 game, but he swung the bats pretty well the whole series. Adam Kennedy, 295 on the year with 8 home runs and 38 runs batted in. He was 10 for 22 against the Red Sox.
See that shot in the A's dugout? All those kids and Nomar Garcia Park right in the middle of them.
I'd sit next to Nomar.
Absolutely. They should all be hovering around him, learning.
Now full count to Kennedy. Final game for the month of July for the Athletics. They're 11-14 this month. Line shot, center field. Vernon Wells comes in to make the catch. One out here in the bottom of the first. Here's the A's lineup brought to you by McDonald's. Kennedy, Davis, Suzuki, Cust, Sweeney, Everidge, Patterson, Ellis, and Pennington and Rajay Davis. The secret weapon right now. Batista, Wells, and Rios left, center, and right for the Blue Jays. McDonald, Scudero, Hill, Millar in the infield. Rod Barajas having a terrific season is the catcher. And Scott Richmond is the pitcher. Rajay Davis overall 266. But I think he left Fenway Park, and the Red Sox and their fans looked at Rajay Davis and said, man, where'd this guy come from?
The numbers for Scott Richmond, just returning from the disabled list, but making his 14th start. One of those came against the A's back on May the 8th. At Rogers Center, got early run support, but the A's came back and beat him 5-3. Fortunately, if the A's are expecting any production to help them, which did that night, those guys are all gone. Holiday, Cabrera.
Yeah.
They're no longer with the club, so they're not here to help. But Ryan Sweeney did hit a 2-run home run off of it. Game was Josh Outman started for the A's. The bullpen did an outstanding job.
If you're just joining us, the A's indeed traded Orlando Cabrera today to the Minnesota Twins for a young shortstop by the name of Tyler Ladendorf. Just off the plate, and it's a full count. So with Cabrera gone, Cliff Pennington is going to get a lot of time at shortstop. Good looking stirrups right there. I like that.
Get the A's on the side. That's pretty sharp. So Rajay said tonight he's been working, and of course it worked very well for him in Boston. But with the A's hitting coach Jim Scalen on his 2-strike approach, and basically as Jim Scalen working with him, trying to shorten up a little bit, choking up a little bit as Rajay, as he gets set to wait for another 3-2 pitch. See a little bit of a choke up in his left hand, about maybe an inch or so from the knob of the bat.
Rajay Davis on the 3-2 pitch lays off, and it's a walk. All right, Ray, we'll see if the A's are even more aggressive on the base paths than they've been, and they have been quite aggressive.
Suzuki.
A couple of different moves for Scott Richmond with a runner at first, of course, with the speed of the Athletics. He has a good one, won't always show the good one.
Suzuki, 285, 6 homers and 47 runs batted in. Davis has a very, very large lead. We always say that when Rajay gets on first base. 31 steals for the A's in the month of July. That is the most in the major leagues. The A's now 5th in the American League on season. Stolen base is 73. Davis creeps off. Well, scouting reports get out quickly. It's not hard to see that the A's have certainly changed their style last 3 to 4 weeks.
Well, Richmond quick pitch that time. He came up and got the ball to Barajas very quickly. Little slide step.
Davis not going, and the pitch is outside, 1-1.
Well, the best is having his number retired tomorrow night. Hall of Famer Ricky Henderson, and disrupting pitchers, and just the thought of him possibly running was enough to make a lot of pitchers worry so much that they did not make quality pitches to the batters.
Quick throw, and Davis dives back in. Rajai Davis on the year has 15 steals, 20 attempts. The 15 steals, most on the team. He was going, and then he stopped and turns around and pitches low 2-1. He took about 3 steps towards second base.
That's just smart base running, to take off and realize it's not a particularly great jump, and just be able to stop quickly and get back. Rajai was also talking about living in Connecticut, spending his off-season, his home is in Connecticut, having a lot of friends and family, and watching him in Boston. Everybody calling him and talking about the great job he was doing. So he was thrilled to be able to play in front of so many friends, especially at Fenway.
Suzuki hits one well to right field. Rios back, still going back, and he missed it. Rajai Davis is going to race to third, Suzuki to second. Alex Rios just missed it. There is some sun out there, and that could have been an issue. It's going to be an error on Rios.
Well, he tracked it, and he's watching on Diamond Vision and trying to figure out what happened. Maybe just the fact that as he approached the warning track, turned around, a little bit of a basket catch. He didn't watch the ball into his glove. Watch his head. As he looked down, his glove wasn't close to the ball and kept kind of slicing away from him.
He never looked comfortable going after it. Second and third, 1 out for Jack Cust. Errors have been few and far between for the Blue Jays this year. One of the fewest errors in the major leagues. That was just their 37th. What's interesting here, Ray, usually you see the shift on for Jack Cust. It's really not on here. The third baseman, John McDonald, really has to play somewhat close to third base. Otherwise, Rajai Davis, he can go halfway down the line. And McDonald is keeping a close eye on Davis. Curve just rolled foul. So 0-2 to Cust. 16 home runs and 50 RBIs for Jack. He had an interesting series in Boston. He was just 2 for 12, but he had 8 walks and 6 strikeouts. Puts it in play here, especially in the infield. He's got a chance to knock in a run.
Well, hanging curveball, just missed it.
Another 0-2 to Cust. Up and away.
Talking to Cito Gaston about his club and what has happened, because remember, when I saw the Blue Jays, they were right in the thick of things in the Eastern Division, and basically said not winning games against clubs they should have been beating, or having games won, not able to hang on and win the games.
Well, if you remember, like you said, when we saw them earlier, Ray, they were sort of the talk of baseball. I looked it up on May 18th. The Blue Jays were 27-14, and they were in first place, 3.5 game lead. Now that's very early, but the point is they were playing great baseball. But they then went on a 9-game losing streak, and they just have not been able to put together a good run really since then. And thus, the fact is now they're on a stretch where they've lost 12 out of their last 18, and they're 4 games under 500.
He is looking forward, is Cito Gaston, to Ricky Henderson's jersey being retired tomorrow, and he's happy that Blue Jays are in town so he could get a chance to see Ricky. Dwayne Murphy.
Davis at third and Suzuki at second. He's trying to take advantage of a mistake by the Blue Jays, a drop fly ball by the right fielder, Alex Rios.
Trying to figure out how long it's been, or how long ago it was that Roy Halladay's name was mentioned as a possible trade. And he's being opened up to listen. And what happened, I mean, he's lost 3 or 4, I think, during that period of time. That could not be a little bit unsettling. Won the Cy Young Award in 2003. There's no doubt best pitcher, at least in the American League. Still with the Blue Jays, probably still very happy to be with him.
And he said today, he actually didn't say anything. That's what I'm trying to. He said, no interviews. I don't want to talk about this anymore. And you know what? I don't blame him.
Absolutely.
I mean, of course, today the trading deadline, and was not traded. He just didn't want to talk about it anymore.
Since 2002, 124 wins. There's no doubt he's the best. And a lot of clubs licking their chops thinking, wow, what he could do to this club. They helped him, and Blue Jays still happy. Not surprised.
Yeah, I mean, I asked you about it, and you said, I don't think he'll get traded. I personally thought that he would. And I'm not surprised that he wasn't, but
I just think you had to give up so much to get him.
Yeah.
And it was going to be hard for J.P. Ricciardi to pull the trigger. And the fact that they do have him for next year, granted they might lose him after 2010.
Yeah, it's a tough call. You're talking about, to get him, you would have probably had to give up 4 good young players, whether it be pitchers or hitters. That's a lot. That's a lot.
Now, if he goes to a club, helps him win a World Series this year, next year, then
Worth it.
it's probably worth it, yeah.
The 11th pitch of the at-bat, and the at-bat's going to go on. Now a full count with Ryan Sweeney in the on-deck circle. Richmond. This will be pitch number 28 in the inning. Swing and a miss. He got him with a curveball. Big breaking curveball on 3-2.
Well, he just kept fouling off all the pitches, and that one probably out of the strike zone, but it looked so good right there until it just dropped out of sight. Jack not able to put it in contact. Seemed like that took a half hour.
So Sweeney will have to come through with a 2-out hit. There's that big curve. This one just off the plate. Sweeney 275 with 3 home runs and 24 runs batted in. He has a home run against Scott Richmond. Sweeney had a good series at Fenway Park, 6 for 18, had a couple of doubles. There's a strike at the knees. We will run through all the trades that were made today around Major League Baseball, and there were some fairly significant moves. Get you updated on what contenders added to their roster. Shot to center field, and that's a base hit. One run scores. Suzuki will score as well. Ryan Sweeney, a 2-out, 2-run single, and the A's lead 2-0.
Couple of breaking balls he took. Fastball for a strike. Went back after a fastball. Right back up the middle. Good swing by Ryan Sweeney. A very quick swing. There's no doubt 2 runs are going to score easily. Ball might have been out of the strike zone. Down low, but able to hit it straight away center. Drive in a couple and take advantage of a walk and an error.
It's Tommy time.
This guy drove down the RV.
Yeah, there's a guy right below us that just yelled at the top of his lungs, "I love Tommy Everidge." Santa Rosa. That's where Tommy's from. We think that may be, well, we know it's one of the groups that's cheering hard for Tommy Everidge. Went to Sonoma State. Youngster on the right has a Sonoma State sweatshirt on.
The guy in the middle, the green cap with an S on it. I mean, Superman. Probably Sonoma.
Yeah, my guess would be Sonoma.
I remember all the attention Johnny Gomes got when he played for the Rays and come into Oakland and bring a whole crew of people. And the area code on his shoes.
3-1.
Johnny's unanswered. Where is he?
Oh boy, I saw him the other day in a home run for somebody.
Yeah.
Can't remember.
David will tell us.
High pop-up. Kevin Millar, the first baseman, and he's got it. So that'll do it, but Ryan Sweeney, a big hit. A 2-out, 2-run single, and the A's lead 2-0.
Leading off the top of the second inning for Toronto, batting in the 5th position, center fielder, number 10, Vernon Wells.
2-0 the A's as Ryan Sweeney with an RBI single that knocked in a 2-run single. So Dallas Braden A couple of runs to work with early on as he faces Vernon Wells, Alex Rios, and Jose Batista.
See, we're asking for runs for Dallas Braden. Someone is listening. 2 unearned runs, but the A's will take them. I think Dallas Braden is remembering back to that game in which Vernon Wells crushed his hand.
Hits this one high to shallow left field. Eric Patterson has it. And that's the first out. Well, the trade deadline, we talked about it, and the Blue Jays did actually make a fairly significant trade. It was not Roy Halladay, but Scott Rowland, the veteran third baseman, goes to the Cincinnati Reds. And the Jays, in return, get the Reds' third baseman, Edwin Encarnacion, who's significantly younger than Rowland, and a couple of minor league pitchers. So Scott Rowland was having a bounce-back year this year. But he is 34 years old.
He, like Matt Holliday, back to the National League where he started.
The only thing with Scott Rowland is he has a contract for next year, and it's for a lot of money. I read somewhere where it was $12 million. So the Reds, from what I understand, will be picking that up. Foul territory. Average has it. 2 outs. Another big trade today. The Boston Red Sox acquired Victor Martinez, the all-star catcher, first baseman. Terrific hitter.
Left fielder, number 23.
Masterson, that's a
Masterson, one of their relievers. So 3 young pitchers go to the Cleveland Indians for Victor Martinez. He's an outstanding hitter.
I understand that was a very emotional press conference for him.
I saw it. Yeah, he said he very much wanted to spend his entire career with one team. So a couple of the big names being traded. Then there was the talk about, well, if you get Victor Martinez, you got Adam LaRoche, you got Youkilis, you got all these guys to play. But they turned around and traded Adam LaRoche, did the Red Sox, to the Braves for Casey Kotchman. And not sure what they'll do with Kotchman, but the point is, Victor Martinez is going to play every day. He's an all-star, whether it be catching or first base. But the Red Sox had a good offensive series against the A's, but before that they had struggled for a while, and there was some concern about the offense. Grounded to short. Pennington in the hole, straightens up, throws in time. 3 up, 3 down inning for Dallas Braden. Bottom of the second coming up. It's the A's 2 and the Blue Jays nothing.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's now time for the Pepsi. Left fielder, number 1, Eric.
A's 2, Blue Jays nothing. Bottom of the second inning here at the Coliseum. Another big trade today. Jared Washburn goes from the Seattle Mariners to the Detroit Tigers for a couple of young pitchers. Seattle gets Luke French. Mauricio Robles. We saw Luke French a little bit. So we saw his name, Jared Washburn's name, connected to the Yankees and even the Brewers, but it ends up being the Tigers who grab the left-hander who's having a very good season. So you'll see Verlander, Edwin Jackson, and Jared Washburn at the top of the Tigers pitching rotation, and that's not too bad.
That trade might have been necessary because Jeremy Bonderman, one of their outstanding young pitchers, is on the disabled list. Just tough going right now, but Tigers feel they can do something in the Central. So did the Twins as they made the trade, as we talked about Cabrera.
Strike 3 call to Eric Patterson. The Central, though, not done yet, folks. How about this trade? This was a surprise. Jake Peavy, who
Number 14.
not even sure when he will be able to pitch again. They're hoping maybe September, but the White Sox get Peavy for 4 young pitchers. 2 lefties, 2 righties.
For a lot of money.
Yeah, they're hoping that Peavy will be back by the end of August. That's what the White Sox are hoping anyway. So all those teams in the AL Central, they all make a move. Twins get Cabrera, White Sox get Peavy, Tigers get Washburn. Tigers have a 2-game lead in that division over the Twins, 2.5 over the White Sox. So it is tight. 0-2 to Mark Ellis. And he slices one down the right field line. Fair on the 0-2 pitch. Ellis will have a 1-out double. He just stayed with the 0-2 pitch. Just kind of served it down the right field line.
2 strikes. Series in Boston, hanging breaking ball. Richmond made 2 very good pitches to get ahead, but then hung the breaking ball. And Mark, who got the 4 hits in the Tuesday game, all coming with 2 strikes. And every time he had a count in his favor, it didn't do very much, so he's just hoping he starts every at-bat 0-2. Not really, but
it's working.
It's working. Rios with the carom off the wall, got it back in because Mark Ellis was thinking 3 when he rounded first.
Cliff Pennington, the switch hitter. He's behind 0-2. So Pennington was the move made after the trade of Cabrera. He's brought up Cliff Pennington. The numbers at AAA Sacramento. Pennington, as we've seen in the past, very fast. We showed that in AAA as well. 27 steals. It's a base hit to right field. Mark Ellis had to make sure it goes through, so he'll stop at third. So Cliff Pennington has a base hit. First and third, 1 out.
Well, the A's taking advantage of the poor pitch selection. Well, Richmond has thrown some very good pitches. He just threw 2 fastballs by Pennington and then hung a breaking ball, as he did with Mark Ellis. 2 good fastballs to get ahead and trying to go to the off-speed pitch. And he's not very sharp with him. A's taking advantage of that. Ellis and now Pennington. So a first hit for Pennington.
So another scoring chance for the A's here in the second. They got 2 in the first. Kennedy lined out to Vernon Wells in center field in the first. Good guy to have up in these spots. .391 average with runners in scoring position. 2-0. Remember, this is Richmond's first start back off the disabled list, and he has not looked sharp. Of course, he didn't get any help defensively in the first inning, but 36 pitches in the first, 14 so far here in the second. Right center, Rios racing in, still racing in. He's going to get there, and Ellis will go back to third. So Kennedy not quite deep enough.
Left his bat, looked good, but unfortunately when it left his bat, it was off the end and did not travel far enough.
Well, Adam Kennedy a little bit frustrated.
Now batting, center fielder.
Talking about first and third, what to do if Pennington runs. That was an element of speed when you have speed at first and third. And then Rajay Davis at the plate with great speed.
Davis walked and scored in the first. There's a line drive to left field. That's a base hit. Pennington races around second. He will go to third, and he'll make it. And the A's lead 3-0. Another two-out hit by the A's. This one by Rajay Davis.
And
the secret weapon.
Another hanging breaking ball. And Zeno Gaston looking on as Rajay Davis jumped on a first one. You saw some 0-2 breaking balls. This, the hanging first pitch curveball. And Pennington with the ball to left center, showing his speed, taken off to third, and Rajay Davis at first. Oh, he is hot.
And now, certainly, thoughts about him maybe taking off. Not going. Davis, it was his 19th RBI of the year. Now Suzuki in a hitter's count, 2-0. Suzuki, who hit the ball to right field that Rios dropped in the first inning. That's why the 2 runs in the first, both unearned runs. Davis not going. This one's hit to left center, and that's hit well, and it is going to be caught in deep left center field by Vernon Wells. Well struck ball by Kurt Suzuki, comes up a little short, but Rajay Davis with an RBI single, 3-0 A's.
Blue Jays 6:05. Ricky's jersey, number 24, will be retired in the pregame ceremony starting at 5:30. 10,000 fans will receive a number 24 replica jersey, and it's courtesy of Pepsi. Sunday, August the 2nd, 10,000 fans will receive a 5-foot-tall Ricky Henderson banner, and it's courtesy of Kingsford Capital Management. Tickets at OaklandAthletics.com or go to 877-493-BALL. Steve Fidelli's telling me that pretty good chance of a sellout, but there are some tickets still available. But if you want to get tickets for tomorrow night's special game and pregame ceremonies with Ricky Henderson's jersey being retired, get them now.
That's great.
Get them now.
I'd like to get that right now. That rack of food that I just saw right there.
Can we see it again?
Wings. See some wings on the left. See the chocolate bar Haagen-Dazs.
It's a Diamond level, isn't it?
They had eat about 4 of those.
Oh, I'd have to call Chef Rodney. Rodney's been a stranger lately. So.
Well, the cookie lady has not been a stranger. She strikes again. Connie the cookie lady. White chocolate macadamia nuts tonight. That's the kind of cookies we have. Toward right center where Sweeney and Davis come together, and it'll be Ryan Sweeney who takes care of it.
Yeah, Kinder's Barbecue cannot. Yeah, they've been strangers too. Some good stuff.
How about a Kinder's Barbecue sandwich right now?
Third baseman.
Right behind Barbie, section 104. That is some good stuff there. People are lucky to get to come to the game, watch baseball, and have Kinder's Barbecue, get some dibs. You name it.
I just watched you eat that sandwich. I don't know how you could be hungry. You can get to eat in the lunchroom.
I went straight to Cliff Clavin.
Cliffy's Kitchen?
Yeah. Well, Dallas Braden fell behind the Barajas 3-0, and even the 3-1 pitch might have been ball 4, but it was close enough that Barajas swung. So Dallas taking advantage of the run support, 3 runs in the first 2 innings.
Good pitcher on the knees to John McDonald.
A little bit of competition for Dallas in 209 and Tommy time. That's good. A little back and forth with the fans. Tommy time's going to have to get his song though. I mean,
707, baby.
707. That's right.
Going to get Tommy time 707.
Well, that's the same as Johnny Gomes.
That's right.
Area, 707.
Luma.
Have to have Steve Vucinich put the 707 on Tommy Time's shoes.
Another pop-up. Ellis out, Davis in, and the center fielder calls off the second baseman, and Rajay Davis has it. Well, Dallas Braden gave up a leadoff hit to Marco Scutaro. Since then, he has retired 8 in a row. Scutaro steps to the plate. 2 outs here in the third.
And all fly ball outs with the exception of 1 ground ball out. There's the 209.
I mean, I have 925 on my dress shoes.
Yeah,
I do. Come on. Slider in for a strike to Scutaro. Marco rolled one into right field, leading off the ball game for a base hit. Second at bat, he lines one into left field. So Marco Scutaro is 2 for 2. Marco trying to get to 300. Came in at 291.
Aaron Hill.
Ball stayed up to him, and he's very quick, very short stride. Cannot get him out of the lineup. There's John McDonald, the other shortstop, playing third base. But, you know, Scutaro, he probably doesn't even know Tommy Time.
Does now.
But he's talking to him, and get to second and start messing around with Mark Ellis.
Right center by Aaron Hill, and that's trouble. Marco Scutaro headed to third. Sweeney picks it up, fires it to Mark Ellis. Ellis will not make a throw. Scutaro scores, so a 2-out rally. And Aaron Hill knocks in Scutaro with the RBI double. Couldn't have tossed it out there any better.
Hit the ball to center in his first at bat. Not very hard. This one a little bit harder. Low pitch, maybe again out of the strike zone. Same one that Barajas hit, but carried a little bit farther by Aaron Hill. And what a season he is having.
69 RBIs now for Hill.
Considering last year, he had a concussion.
Yeah, right here.
Yeah. Missed a lot of the 2/3 of the season. Back strong this year. An all-star. Started second.
That's a base hit to right field. Could have a play at the plate. Hill hits the bag at third. Sweety's throw. It's so good that Nick Leyva says, I don't think so. That kid's got a good arm. And if he would have sent him, I think Hill would have been out.
Yeah, it was a perfect throw. And with 2 outs and a runner running on contact, thought he might send him. But it was hit very hard, and Ryan Sweeney did a great job of charging. And look at this throw. One hop right to Kurt Suzuki, and he would have been out by plenty.
So the last 3 pitches that Dallas Braden has thrown, he's given up a hit. Scudero single, the next pitch Hill double, the next pitch Lind a single. So that warrants a visit by the pitching coach. So the hitter is Kevin Millar. Changeup just a bit low and a check swing by Millar. Millar popped out to Mark Ellis to end the first inning. But we said it before, always tough out in these spots is Kevin Millar. Millar will turn 38 years old in September. His 12th year in the big leagues. Been around a long time. 2-2. Good pitch right down around the knees by Dallas Braden.
It was like Millar's looking something soft because he's taken 2 very good fastballs. He has not swung at either one of them. Dallas likes his changeup.
Breaks his bat, little flare foul, and it's dropped near the bullpen pitcher's mound. So pieces of wood laying around the diamond. That's good hustle right there by the bat boy.
Yeah.
Outstanding hustle.
Because of that. Look at splinters. Shrapnel all over.
Shrapnel. That one's hit well to right center. Davis on the run, still on the run. Rajay's going to run it down.
Changeup. He was looking, he got him, and Rajay got it.
So a run for the Blue Jays on 3 hits, but a great catch by Rajay Davis to end the inning. Welcome back to the Coliseum, bottom of the third inning. A's 3 and the Blue Jays 1. A's scored 2 in the first, 1 in the second. They step to bat here in the third. Cuss, Sweeney, and Everidge. It's Scott Richmond. Changeup from Richmond, and Cuss swings and misses. Cuss struck out in the first inning, and he did that with runners on second and third. But Ryan Sweeney came through, the next hitter, with the 2-out, 2-run single. So a quick 0-2 to Cuss. Changeup goes outside. So full count. The injury that Scott Richmond had was bicep tendonitis. That's what put him on the disabled list for a month. That's a new one. Bicep tendonitis. There's the walk. So Cuss works it all the way back from 0-2 and he gets the walk. Well, finally, we got in-depth sports news, and it's for the great Bay Area sports fans. Go deep with Sportsnet Central tonight at 10:30 on Comcast Sportsnet Bay Area. Full baseball highlights from here and across the Bay. Giants are home as well. The trade deadline, lots of trades, and of course, NFL training camps are underway.
No.
Yeah, how about that? Full speed ahead for the Raiders and the 49ers.
And no Brett.
No Brett. Brett's going to shut her down, I think. With Brett, we're never quite sure. It was the story that just kept on giving.
The Vikings had hoped they could go a lot, but it didn't happen.
0-2 to Sweeney. Shot just foul. That was that curveball again. This one was down, but Sweeney goes down and gets it.
This was in May against Scott Richmond. It was here, and it was gone. A 2-run shot. The slider into his swing, and it's what enabled him to pull the ball down the line, or at least to right field.
So Sweeney's 2 RBIs in the first inning, number 25 and 26 on the year. Change up, and he pops it up to left field. Jose Bautista has it. So 1 out here in the bottom of the third.
What I'm talking about with Rajay Davis in a 2-strike approach. You got to change up with 2 strikes, and that count 1 and 2. Here's a 2-1-3, 1-3-2, a change up. You might fool him, but when a hitter's full in a 1-2 count, it's really not a 2-strike approach. Shorten up, should be able to have a better swing, almost the same swing that he had in the first inning for Sweeney when he hit the base hit up the middle. Yeah.
And that is a base hit for Tommy Everidge. So Everidge right up the middle. And that is his 3rd big league hit.
And a Tommy time sign already for the big guy. He's got a very quick swing, and ball off the mound, almost deflected back to Scudero.
It's really simple, Ray. If he's playing, it's Tommy time.
It's Tommy time.
Here's Eric Patterson, 3rd straight inning that the A's have had a rally against Scott Richmond. Fastball swing and a miss by Patterson. Patterson struck out looking in the second inning. 5 hits now for the A's. Richmond has walked a couple. "70 pitches already for Richmond. Remember the Jays had the day off yesterday, so that certainly helped Cito Gaston in his bullpen situation.
Wednesday afternoon game in
Day and a half off. 48 hours off.
Yeah. And about 103 in Seattle.
Yeah, what was that all about?
They said it was unbelievably hot.
All the times I've gone to Seattle with the A's, I can't remember it ever being really warm.
No.
But it was record heat.
And then the Blue Jays come here and put on their overcoats.
Yes, indeed. There's a shot fouled on the right field line. The Mariners and the Texas Rangers are continuing that 4-game series in Texas tonight, and Texas leads 5-3. The game was late, but it started to rain and it was windy as we've seen it get in Texas. I mean, it was just blowing all over the place, and they stopped the game. So it didn't rain delay, but it's been quite a while.
It has been a while, yes. You've seen the R up there for quite a while.
Yeah. 2-2 pitch. Curveball, a little flare to center, and it's going to get down for a hit. Cust will score, and the A's lead 4-1. Patterson has dropped it right out in center field. So that's RBI number 4 for Eric Patterson this season.
Jack Cust read this perfectly. Hanging curveball, didn't hit it particularly hard, but Jack Cust, what you do at second base when you're on the bases, you look to see where the outfielders are playing, determine how hard the ball is hit, and break on contact, which Jack Cust did. Otherwise, he doesn't make it. He's not able to be sent, but made it easy for Mike Gallego.
That's Brian Talent, who has started some games for the Blue Jays this year, and he's up in the bullpen. First pitch to Mark Ellis in for a strike. Ellis doubled and scored in the second inning.
Dallas appreciative of the run support, especially gave up 1, but the A's have gotten. Ooh, wow. That hit his bat.
It hit his bat, yeah. It's a foul ball. That's a tough foul ball.
Well, unfortunately for Mark, he had to just try to get out of the way of it. That ball coming right at his head left his bat up, and the ball happened to hit the bat. The good news, it did not go into fair territory with Mark laying on his back trying to avoid being hit. It went to the right. Rajas didn't know where the ball was. That's scary. Take the foul ball, Mark, instead of off your helmet.
Man,
that was scary. Ellis choking up just a little bit with 2 strikes as well. Handle the bat a little easier, a little better when you have 2 strikes, when you choke up a little bit. All you want to try to do is make contact and short, quick stroke.
So Everidge at second, and Patterson is the runner at first. A's have scored in every inning so far, and they lead 4-1. The choke up by Ellis. Those are big numbers, folks. Even Dallas Braden has a high pitch count, but nothing compared to Scott Richmond. Wow. Bounce towards short. Hill on the pivot, and that's a double play. A's get a run on Eric Patterson's RBI single, so we're headed to the 4th inning. A's 4, Blue Jays 1. A's 4, Blue Jays 1. Top of the 4th inning. Vernon Wells will lead off.
That's a good seat.
Yeah. Have a nice dinner.
Chef Rodney serving and watching baseball. How about that?
Wells, Rios, Batista. Same 3 that Braden faced in the 2nd inning, and he retired them 3 in order. Wells with a fly ball to left field. Frustrating year for Vernon Wells. 256, 10 home runs, and 39 runs batted in.
I was going to mention some of the trades, that if Roy Halladay was traded, it might be a package deal, but they're all still here. And the ball, just like it last time, maybe towards the end of the back. The change up way out in front. He's so quick in Vernon Wells that
too quick, maybe.
Too quick on the changeup.
Alec Rios.
See the marine layer behind left field. It's coming in fast.
First pitch to Rios is just off the plate. Dallas Braden does not have a strikeout tonight. He only has 1 ground ball out. That was a ground ball to short by Jose Batista. Everything else has been in the air. Toward left field. Patterson over and back, and he's got it. 2 outs.
Not a bad park to be a fly ball pitcher.
Number 23.
Coliseum, where the ball typically, and especially a night like tonight where it's a little bit cool, will not carry very well. And there are your 10 fly ball outs, 1 ground ball out.
Curveball for a strike on the first pitch. And then a fastball to the inside corner. So a quick 0-2 to Jose Batista. Show him the breaking ball. Show him the fastball.
Might try to get him to chase a changeup away. Backed it up with a fastball. See, Dallas is kind of the opposite of what a lot of guys do. He likes to throw the changeup when he's ahead. And he kind of floats it away from the right-hander, try to get them to chase a bad pitch.
Whatever he threw, it was good enough for the strikeout. Like a breaking pitch, and that's the first strikeout for Dallas Braden. Bottom of the 4th coming up. Still 4-1.
Ladies and gentlemen, sign your engine.
A's Baseball on Comcast Sportsnet California is brought to you by Carl's Jr. The teriyaki $6 burger with grilled pineapple is back at Carl's Jr. Cliff Pennington leading it off. Gets a strike down around the knees. So Pennington, Kennedy, and Davis for the A's here in the bottom of the fourth. Pennington got a curveball and lined it to right field in his first at bat. That was in the second inning.
Number 26 batting 1,000. That's on the scoreboard here at the Coliseum. Take a picture of that and take it to arbitration. There it is.
A little bit high, so the count 3-1. Pennington does do this. He will work the count. First round pick for the A's back in 2005. 21st selection in that first round. And there's an at bat. He gets the walk.
He was right here. He's working out with the A's. Came up to the booth.
That's right.
Went on the minor leagues, and here he is in a short amount of time.
Third baseman.
In the show.
Richmond has walked 3 now. The first 2 have scored. I don't think Cito Gaston's going to wait around a whole lot longer.
Now, the 2 walks in the air have scored, and that's 3 of the 4 runs.
That's a shot fair into the left field corner. Pennington racing around third, but he will be held, and he's got to scamper back, and he does get back. Pennington is very, very fast. And he was thinking about heading home, but Mike Gallego put up the stop sign. So once again, the A's are in business.
Now, this is Adam Kennedy at his best. We saw that same pitch end up off Brad Penny over the Green Monster at Fenway on Wednesday, and Cito Gaston's already coming out and he's already made the move. But there's Pennington's speed. He's looking, and he had to watch his third base coach, and the throw came in, and very close to getting him.
So Brian Talent, the big left-hander, is coming in. Scott Richmond goes 3+ innings. We'll be back. Runs so far. The defense cost him in the first inning. He really never found much of a rhythm. 86 pitches, so he is out. Brian Talent comes in. Talent has done most of his work this year as a starter. Now back in the bullpen. Infield comes in for the Blue Jays. Second and third and nobody out. A walk and a double.
Started on the 18th of April in Toronto. 5 1/3, 4 hits, 2 runs. Came here against the A's. 7 hits, or 7 innings. And struck out 7. some good games against the Athletics. One in particular in Toronto when the bullpen had been used a lot. He was just thrown in as an emergency starter. And Cito gassed him 5 1/3 innings.
Well, he's been a pretty good reliever for the Blue Jays over the last 3 years. Last year he was 1-2 with a 2.88 ERA in 51 games, all out of the bullpen. It's going to be a base hit into left field. 1 run scores. Kennedy stops at third. Rajai Davis read it perfectly, and he'll make it to second. Outstanding base running by Rajai Davis, and he is hot.
Boy, he loves to run. Unbelievable. 9 runs batted in the last 4 games. Off the end of the bat a little bit. The infield playing halfway. And as the throw came in, just kind of lobbed it in at Bautista, and all the while, you don't do that with Rajai Davis.
Watch
he
this
saw
one.
that and just...
Is that perfect?
That is perfect.
He never stopped his momentum towards second base, and that's all he needed was a little break, and he got it. So Rajai Davis, 2 for 2, a walk, 2 singles, 2 RBIs.
And how do you keep him out of the lineup?
You don't.
That's the amazing thing, and they will find a way, especially when he's producing. As hot as he is, my guy Ego doing a lot of arm waving at third. He loves it. As soon as he got on the plane last night, went right to sleep.
Aaron Hill, a nice play at second, holds the runners and retires Kurt Suzuki. Infield in, so that's always a tough play, and it was handled by Hill.
Designated hitter.
1 out for Jack Cust.
Jack Cust.
And Kurt Suzuki thought he had gotten the job done, but Aaron Hill playing shallow enough and got to it quickly enough that both runners had to hold.
Cust, a strikeout in the first, walked and scored in the third. Just off the plate. There's the offense for the A's in July. That's in the major leagues.
And shock around baseball, that last stat. Stolen bases first. Baseball cannot be believed in.
And I mean, we've seen every game rate. It's not like they're running wild, but they're just taking advantage, stealing 1 or 2 bags a game. Now to Cust, with another left-handed hitter, Ryan Sweeney, waiting in the on-deck circle.
They put him on. Wow. Yeah, a lot of that probably think he's going to get the green light 3-0. Start fresh with Ryan Sweeney.
For 4 walks now by the Blue Jays.
Right fielder, number 15, Ryan Sweeney.
So a chance for the A's to really blow it open here in the bottom of the 4th inning. 1 run is in. That's low to Sweeney. Sweeney, a 2-run single in the first and a fly ball to left field in the third. Two and 0. 3-0. Really hasn't been that close on any 3 of the pitches he's thrown to Sweeney.
Or the 3 before the intentional walk to Jack Cuss.
That one's right down the middle, 3-1. Good swing by Sweeney. Got a fastball in 3-1, and he took a good cut at it.
A low fastball, and that's the pitch he's hit twice. Very hard tonight.
So 3-2, 1 out. Low ball 4. He walked in a run. 6-1. The A's lead as Adam Kennedy trots home.
Now batting, first baseman, number 21, Tommy Everidge.
So the bases are loaded for Tommy Everidge.
You know, Dick Callahan just wants to say Tommy time.
He does. Who started that Tommy time thing anyway?
Is he an Emmy Award winner?
Just a bit low. Everidge is 1 for 2. Swings and misses over a changeup, and the count even now at 1-1.
And this is where he has to think up the middle, just as he has done in Boston and his last at bat tonight. His talent likes to throw fastball away, changeup away. He throws inside, he's strong enough to make a mistake. Just react on the pitch, but you got to think away against the lefty.
This one bounced towards short. Scudero flips to second, and no throw to first. Run comes in to score, and it's 7-1.
Hill must not have had a very good grip on the ball because he had the ball plenty of time. Even though Sweeney was going in hard into second base, looked like he had enough time to get rid of it. Good feed by Scudero.
Number 1, left fielder, Eric Patterson.
He had to grip, but he was afraid to throw because Sweeney was on him. And he probably thought that's what was going to happen. He'd throw it and then get upended and maybe throw the ball in the seats or in the dugout. So a good hard slide, and he's able to get a run and keep the inning going.
Everidge gets the RBI, his 4th. Here's Eric Patterson. 3 runs for the A's here in the 4th inning. They've done it on just 2 hits, but 3 walks. Patterson has gone out of the strike zone a couple times, and he's behind in the count 0-2. Scott Richmond ends up giving 6 runs, 4 earned in 3+ innings.
And 86 pitches and just 3+.
Another foul ball by Patterson. Patterson knocked in a run with a base hit in the 3rd. He struck out in the 2nd. Talent, like Richmond, throwing a lot of pitches out of the bullpen. Talent. Grounded right side. Millar kicks it around, and Patterson beats it out. Once the ball rolled away from Millar, it was going to be tough to get Patterson. Coming in to score is Jack Hust, and it's 8-1.
Well, an easy play, very easy play for the veteran Millar. All he had to do is go to his right, pick it up and feed to the pitcher, but got his glove down, and then watch, you kind of got it off the heel of his glove, and then stumbled a little bit at that point. Patterson, of course, with great speed. Not able to throw.
So the A's have batted around. Mark Ellis takes a stride. It all started with a Cliff Pennington walk. So as I look, Ray, 5 walks, 4 have scored. Is that correct?
That's right.
It'll get you every time.
And the other walk was a bases loaded walk.
Yeah, that's right.
Two errors for a club that, as you mentioned, does not make a lot of errors. Been costly for them.
1-2 now to Mark Ellis.
We talk about the base running, the stolen bases by the Athletics in the month of July, but just his aggressiveness in this inning. Rajay Davis taking the extra base on a throw that came in from the outfield. And Ryan Sweeney going in hard, aggressively hard, into second base where Aaron Hill could not make the throw. That run scored. And because of the error, another run scored. So that's 2 more the A's have added. Just because of excellent hustle. Run hard. A lot of things can happen. If you have the speed, it's that much better.
Everidge is the runner at second. Patterson at first. Talent has thrown 28 pitches in this inning out of the bullpen.
Barajas has a chance to call about 200 pitches tonight by himself. Nick Leyva along with Cito Gaston.
Ellis swings and misses, and that ends the inning. But the A's score 4, so we're headed to the 5th. The A's with an 8-1 lead. A's with an 8-1 lead over the Blue Jays, top of the 5th inning. So Dallas Braden, plenty of runs to work with. And I say plenty because there's been a lot of times this year where Dallas Braden has not got a lot of runs to work with. That's not the case tonight.
You mentioned 2 shutouts pitching against the Blue Jays this year alone. 3rd start, and he's trying to win the first of the 3.
So trying to win his 8th game of the year. Get that record back to 500. He's 7-9. The ERA pretty good at 3.74 coming into tonight. Barajas, McDonald, and Scutaro. Barajas having a pretty good year for the Blue Jays. Run production wise, 9 homers and 45 runs batted in. Hits one high to right field. Medium deep, Sweeney has it. Well, make sure you tune into our sister station, Comcast Sportsnet Bay Area's Greg Papa hosts Chronicle Live tonight at 11 o'clock. Greg's guest will be Gary Matthews, the former Giant Philly. Tom Cable, the Raiders head coach. And Darius Hayward-Bay, who's the first-round pick of the Oakland Raiders this year, the wide receiver who just signed his first professional contract. So he will be in training camp on time. First pitch to John McDonald is just a bit inside. White Sox beat the Yankees tonight 10-5 in Chicago. Pennington has it, fires across. And Boston beat Baltimore 6-5. So the Red Sox pick up a game. It's now the Yankees with a game-and-a-half lead in the AL East. Tampa Bay won as well, so they pick up a game. They're 6 out. Still some work to be done for the Rays, but the Red Sox close the gap.
A lot of head-to-head competition. All you have to do is look at the A schedule and see all the games against the Mariners, Angels, and Rangers. Will it be the same in the Eastern and the Central Divisions? So that's where the Rays and all the clubs have a chance to pick up some ground. Dallas Braves just got his 2nd ground ball out tonight. The bat of John McDonald.
He's getting plenty of outs somehow. Whether it be fly ball or ground out. He's just got 1 strikeout.
That helps his pitch count too, and he can put the ball in play. His goal is to go as deep as possible, and the only way he can do that is to limit the pitch count.
Strike on the inside corner to even the count at 2-2. Scutaro, single to right and a single left. He has scored the only run for the Blue Jays. Hasn't changed that hitting style. 2 fingers off the end of the bat.
I thought of what he said last time we saw him, and so many more walks this year and last year since he left the Athletics. But as I said appropriately, he had to swing the bat and show that he could do it, and he continues to show he can do it.
Sweeney over to cut it off, but not before Scutaro gets to second. I said 2 fingers off the bat. He's really got just 1, but it doesn't matter. Marco Scutaro is 3 for 3.
When he was with the A's, he hardly walked. But as he was saying, once he got to the Blue Jays, a little bit more experience, then he could be a little bit more patient.
Attention, please, ladies and gentlemen. Running
He's coming out of the game.
Number 1, Joe Inglis. Now batting.
So Scutaro,
Aaron Hill.
maybe with the lopsided score, who knows? Joe Inglet will take over.
We're told he was limping a little bit when he scored the run.
Yeah, he was, when he came around the bases that time, he did not look like he was running full speed. So Inglet comes in.
It's great form.
Looked good there, I thought.
Just put his hand out. A football player. You know?
Heisman Trophy. Outside to Aaron Hill.
He struggled a little bit, but that was back in the 3rd inning. This would be in the 5th, state of the game. Yeah, he's slipping going back to the dugout.
Three 3-0 now to Hill. Hill hit the double that scored Scutaro in the 3rd. 4-pitch walk to Hill. 2 on, 2 out. That's the first walk issued by Dallas Braden.
Well, Kurt Young simply to Dallas. You got 2 quick outs. I get to the next one. 3 and 2 to Scudero, 4-pitch walk to Hill, and a little smile from Kurt Young. Just came out to slow you down.
That's right.
Dallas probably said something to him.
Number 27.
For him to be cracking up the way he was.
So Adam Lind will hit. Certainly don't want to give the Blue Jays any kind of chance to creep back into this game. Lind had a base hit in the 3rd. He got a fastball and a good swing, fouled it back. The first at bat, Lind hit a fly ball to left field.
Cliff Lee started for the Phillies tonight, huh?
Yes.
Against the Giants.
First start as a Philly. One of those rare times where both Bay Area teams are home at the same time. Do not see that very often. Hit hard, but foul. So Braden ahead 1 and 2 to Adam Lind.
Well, Phillies can only hope that Cliff Lee does what CC Sabathia did for the Brewers last year.
Ain't that the truth?
2 reigning Cy Young Award winners traded.
The difference here is the Phillies got a fairly nice lead in the National League East. The Brewers had to fight right down to the almost like the last day maybe to make the playoffs. The Phillies with a 6-game lead over Florida coming in.
Don't think Charlie Manuel's going to get fired with about 10 days to go either. Like
I don't think so.
That Yost was.
Right. That's right. No, Charlie's going to be just fine. Shot right center. That's a base hit. Inglet will score. Hill will go to 3rd. Lind, a big turn, goes back to 1st. So Adam Lind has his 2nd hit and his 1st RBI. Now 8-2.
Carbon copy of the 3rd inning. 2 outs. And then the top of the order. Saw Lind driving the run in. Hill did it in the 3rd inning, but it all started with Scudero with 2 outs. So once again, Dallas Braden, after getting 2 quick outs, has to try to get out of a jam.
Millar lines one foul toward the A's bullpen. Right at 80 pitches now for Dallas Braden. Pop up. Sweeney racing in, still coming in, and he'll get there. Makes the catch, side retired. A run for the Blue Jays, bottom of the 5th coming up. It's 8-2 A's.
the Athletics shortstop, number 26.
Oakland A's have introduced the all-new Victory Pack for 2009. This pack includes 4 great games on the field level, featuring a Yankees game and a Jason Giambi bobblehead night. For each game within the pack, the A's win, you can receive or will receive a voucher good for an additional A's game of your choice for free. For more information, call the A's 510-638-GO-A's. Visit OaklandAthletics.com.
Cliff Pennington, the switch hitter, spins around and hit from the right side. There's changes. Jose Batista comes in from left field to play third base. John McDonald slides over from third. He will play short. Pennington, line drive. So that's the first out here in the bottom of the 5th. Joe Inglet now in left field. So Inglet in left, Batista at third, McDonald
third baseman,
short.
Number 29,
Defensive
Adam
changes.
Kennedy.
So Adam Kennedy will step in. Kennedy had a big hit in the 4-run 4th inning. He doubled on the left field line. Fastball from Brian Talent in first strike. Hit well to left field, but room for Inglet near the warning track. He's got it for the second out.
See that game at the Metrodome with the Angels? They were trailing 5-4, and it was a 5-5 game.
Angels scored Toronto, ladies and gentlemen.
The Angels scored 11. Let's see, they scored 6 runs in, was it the 11th inning maybe? 10th or 11th inning. So the Angels win at 11-5 over
Now
the
batting,
Twins.
center fielder, number 11, Rajay Davis.
The Tigers are in extra innings as well. 5-5 in Cleveland. That game, 12th inning. Detroit with that now 2.5 game lead in the Central. Two 2-0 to Rajay Davis. Big night again for Rajay Davis. 2 hits, a walk, 2 runs scored, and 2 RBIs. He's filling up the stat sheet lately, Rajay Davis. Strike in the inside corner.
You can see how much better Rajay, of course, any player can say the same thing when they get a chance to play consistently. You just feel more comfortable. You don't worry about making it out or going over. Rajay has just been very, very quick with his bat, and just a lot of that is relaxation.
Outside, he walked him. So that's the 6th walk issued by the Blue Jays, and we're in the 5th inning.
Now batting, catcher, number 8, Kurt Suzuki.
So Kurt Suzuki will step in. Kurt is hitless tonight, but he reached on an error in the 1st inning and scored a run. The error was a dropped fly ball by the right fielder Alex Rios. Brian Talent throwing a lot of pitches out of the bullpen, but remember, he has spent most of the year as a starter, so really not a big issue for Talent. High and fouled on the right field. To Suzuki, he shoots it foul. Oh, that game down in Texas still in a delay, right? 5-3, Rangers over the Mariners. And it's, we said earlier, it's been a while. It's got to be at least 2 hours, huh?
What inning are they in?
It was the 7th or 8th, I think.
It's 11 o'clock, approaching the 11 Crockett, Texas. Well, Chuck Morgan, the one-time PA announcer and handles Diamond Vision, they'll have a game or two on the Diamond Vision. We might even be on.
Chuck have it all under control.
Yeah.
Swing and a miss by Kurt Suzuki. And the A's, for the first time in the ball game, do not score in an inning. Sixth inning coming up, 8-2.
Vernon Wells.
Yeah.
A's Baseball on Comcast Sportsnet California is brought to you by Cache Creek. Cache Creek's heat wave of cash, $25,000 in cash each Friday through Sunday. Visit cachecreek.com for details. New lid, looks good. If I was that guy, I'd buy it.
I think you just did.
I think he did. Purchase was made. A's 8, Blue Jays 2, sixth inning. As Vernon Wells leads off, takes low from Dallas Braden. That was pitch number 82 for Braden. Davis racing over, and Rajay Davis tracks it down. So a hard hit ball by Vernon Wells, but no problem for Rajay Davis.
Number 15.
That's what speed. Rajay kind of in right center, straightaway center, and almost overran it. Just dream, folks. If you've never been able to run, just dream. Every time I see him take off, I dream of what it would have been like to be able to run like that.
So one out for Alex Rios. Rios shoots one to center field. Davis is there. 2 outs.
It's 14 fly ball outs. But they're not really they've not been hit hard. They're just contact, and that's what he's doing such a good job in offense tonight for Toronto. A's can't feel sorry because they've had some tough goes this year, some tough games and series, so take advantage of whatever's possible.
Jose Bautista is the hitter.
But you know, the thing that Dallas Braden does so well, take a little bit off his fastball because he has a great changeup. But you see some of the balls that have been hit, as many in the air, a little bit towards the end of the bat, not really being driven by the Jays hitters.
Got him reaching a little bit. Bautista ground out to short and a strikeout swinging. Only strikeout for Braden. he go around? Yes, he did. Mike DeMero down at first base. Six hits for the Blue Jays in the ball game. Batista started the game in left field and is now the third baseman for the Blue Jays. Sweeney to his left toward the corner, tracks it down. 3 up, 3 down inning for Dallas. Braden, bottom of the 6th coming up. 8-2, A's. Lots of offense tonight for the Athletics. They lead the Toronto Blue Jays 8-2. A's come to bat here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Brian Talent back out to work for the Jays.
Is that a helmet full of peanuts?
Yep. Or popcorn, one of the two. Not a bad idea.
If that would bring your own and just fill up your helmet.
Bring your own helmet.
Tommy Azing can find a lot of shots, can he?
Cust. That's a base hit to center field. Jack Cust, his first hit tonight, and he's had a couple of walks, so he's been on base 3 times. And hit number 9 for the Athletics.
Right fielder, number 15.
Well, against the lefty, fastball belt high, right back up the middle. An uppercut swing of Jack Cust. Drop and load, and good swing by the A's DH tonight.
First pitch to Sweeney is grounded short, and the Jays aren't going to get anybody. John McDonald, if he wanted to get the ball to second a little bit quicker than have the ball.
Well, you know something wrong if McDonald makes an error. He just started to scoop too quickly, and the ball stayed right at the end of the web of the glove. And no ball to be able to scoop over to Bautista. Boy, that is 3 errors. How many did you say he had on the season?
36.
It's got to be a first for them on the season. They had 3 errors in one game if they only had 36 coming in.
You would think so. Tommy Everidge takes a strike in the outside corner. Everidge 1 for 3 with a single, and he had an RBI fielder's choice in the 4th inning. So Everidge picked up his 4th RBI of the year.
A lot of pressure on Tommy time.
3-1. Nobody out here in the 6th inning. Looks like Talent took a little bit off on 3-1. Well, Everidge took 3-1. He may not be taking it 3-2 if it's anywhere close.
And I don't think he was expecting a changeup. And whatever he's expected, probably thought it was going to be away from him.
To right field where Rios drifts back. Squares up, makes the catch. Cust is going to tag. He'll go to 3rd, and that's the first out here in the 6th.
Back-to-back changeups, and I'm sure that's something any young player coming up for the first time will experience. Not necessarily getting a fastball in a 3-1, 3-2 count, but teammates appreciate the effort, hitting the ball hard enough to right field to move Cust over to 3rd. So a productive out.
So here's Eric Patterson. Chance for Patterson to knock in a run. Patterson already has an RBI tonight. Got a run scoring single in the 3rd. Another lefty out of the bullpen, Jesse Carlson, starts to loosen up. Patterson also reached on an error in the 4th. He had a ground ball that Kevin Millar kicked around. Fastball that always right up around the letters, always tough to hit.
One of the things Eric Patterson's, I would say, in time will shorten his swing a little bit. It seems to be a little bit long, and maybe because he's hitting home runs in the minor leagues. A little bit different up here, and a little bit of a long swing.
So that's 2 outs here in the 6th inning. 5 strikeouts now for Blue Jays pitchers.
I would say 8 runs the A's have scored. They've had 4 times they've had a runner at 3rd. The hitter has not been successful in getting him in.
So Mark Ellis will try to do it. Do it with 2 outs. Ellis is 1 for 3 tonight. Millar goes to a knee, grabs it, steps on the bag, side, retired. A's do not score. We're headed to the 7th inning, 8-2 Athletics.
watching the game yesterday, you saw Rajay Davis was also our feature, and he's going to be the feature again tonight because he is all over the outfield. He goes in, he goes back, he goes to his right, and I'm sure before the night's over, he'll go to his left. Rajay has been on the base 4 times, given in a couple of runs. He's caught several and haven't really counted up how many of the 15 fly ball outs Rajay's caught.
Well, let's see. 2, 3. I got 5. Does that sound right?
That sounds right.
7th inning, and it's Rod Barajas leading things off. Barajas swings at the first pitch. It's going to be Patterson who takes it, coming in from left field. So 1 out.
Number 6.
5 in a row retired by Dallas Braden.
I've got just 3, actually 2 fly ball outs in the infield. 1 foul and 1 caught by Mark Ellis. The rest in the outfield. So they always want the infielders to stay on their toes for ground ball outs. The outfielders have been the ones who have been busy.
Mark Ellis, backhand on the run. Very nice play, retiring John McDonald. 2 outs.
Great up the middle, great range, great throw, and right on the bag. Very accurate by Mark Ellis, and there's your difficult play made very routinely by Mark Ellis. And that's why maybe he won't win a Gold Glove, because he makes them look too easy, and they're all difficult plays, but he just gets the job done very consistently. Let's hope he gets at least 1 Gold Glove to put on the mantle.
Just 1.
Every day, you can look in, see Briggs just admiring those little baseballs on the side of the Gold Glove.
That's right.
Daddy, can I play with that?
No.
My grandson Matthew picked up the Gold Glove, has the glove in the middle of the catcher's mitt. There's a ball on either side.
Joe Inglet is hit by a pitch. So that's the first at bat for Inglet.
Number 2.
Thanks.
Aaron Hill.
It's drilled. Dallas Braden working inside and stayed too far inside.
So with 2 outs, Aaron Hill will hit. Hill has had a good night. An RBI double in the 3rd. He walked in the 5th. Just has not been a lot going on offensively for the Blue Jays, but Hill has had some pretty good swings against Dallas Braden. Hill on the year with 24 home runs and 69 runs batted in. Inglet a pretty short lead at first. Change up.
Started with change-up, fouled it back, went back to it to get strike 2. Dallas Braden can fool a few hitters with his change-up.
I don't think hitters are used to a guy who throws a changeup so much. Braden loves to use it.
Uses that more than normal left-hander would use a 2-seam fastball. But it would be sinking away, tailing away from the left-hander.
Inglet runs, and this one's drilled to right center field. Nobody's going to get it. So Aaron Hill has another RBI double with 2 outs, and it's 8-3. So Aaron Hill has the right center field stroke down tonight.
So 3, 5, and 7. 3rd, 5th, and 7th. Dallas Braden has retired the first 2 batters, and in each of the 3 innings, he's given up a run. Scooter Rowe twice got on base, and he scored 2 runs. Now England gets on with a hit by pitch, and Hill comes through again. That's hard to imagine that would happen in 3 innings in offense.
So now you got to be careful with this guy, Adam Lind. 2 for 3 tonight. A couple of singles and an RBI, but 21 home runs on the year. The bullpen is quiet for the Athletics.
Russ Springer is
moving around.
Just moving, taking off his jacket.
Pop up. It's going to drop just behind the A's dugout.
Russ Springer had to be thinking he might not be in an A's uniform after today. There's talk about him going back to St. Louis. Doesn't mean that trades cannot still occur, as the player would have to clear waivers. That's the only difference in the last 2 months.
Close pitch, just a bit off the plate. So 1-2 to Adam Lind.
Silker's going through the signs, just step off. Let's go through them again. Usually they ask the umpire for time so the pitcher doesn't move around and have a chance to balk. That'd be just as frustrating for Kurt Suzuki for those 3 innings I mentioned to get the first 2 outs quickly, and a tough time getting through the inning.
Now 3-2. So it was 0-2. Lind has worked it to 3-2. Kevin Millar, the right-handed hitter, is in the on-deck circle.
Dallas Braden does not want to leave unless the inning is over. Walk back in the dugout, finish 7.
Center field, Davis racing back, still going back, and that one is gone. Adam Lind, center field, and it's 8-5. He can hit.
That young man is strong. Wow. 3-2 fastball. And straightaway center. You can say all you want about the time of night, and maybe the ball's not carrying. Adam Lind just proved that nothing's going to stop him. Straight off the center field wall. The wall behind the fence.
So it started with a hit by pitch with 2 outs. And 3 runs have scored. So 8-5. Braden leads after 6 2/3. Springer coming in. happy with the score when he left, but he'll be disappointed with the last 3 hitters that he faced in the game. He leaves with an 8-5 lead. Hands the ball to Russ Springer. So Springer comes on, number 45 as far as appearances for Springer. Faces Kevin Millar.
Do you know that 1 through 3 now making 4? They've got all the hits before Millar hit.
Yep.
Everybody in the batting order, with the exception of the first 3, had made out. And Millar just changed that with a base hit off Springer.
That's right. Well, even with Millar, the bottom 6 now 1 for 19.
Number 10, Vernon Wells.
Fastball outside corner off the end of the bat, but hit well enough to get into center field. So all of a sudden, what looked like a comfortable lead is getting dangerously close for the Blue Jays, from 6 now to 3.
First pitch to Vernon Wells is a fastball down around the knees, first drop. A's had an 8-1 lead after 4 innings. So after 2 were out, Inglet was hit by the pitch. Hill the double, knocked in a run. Lind the homer, 2-run shot. Millar the single. No swing as Wells just checked in time. Wells is 0 for 3. He has hit a pair of fly balls to left field and 1 to center field. Good spot by Springer right there, right on the outside corner. Brad Ziegler starts to throw.
Dallas Braden, no doubt, wanted to get through 7, at least 7. Looked like he was going to be able to do that. So the bullpen, as the case yesterday, changed a little bit because of the starter not going to 7.
Curveball, Wells swings and misses, and the side is retired. 3 runs for the Blue Jays. 7th inning stretch, 8-5 A's. Get you up to speed with the AT&T Rapid Rewind. A's came out swinging early. Ryan Sweeney with a 2-run single. That was in the very first inning. Second inning, Eric Patterson, RBI single. And Rajai Davis, another big night for Davis. He's been on base all 4 times. The guy the A's have not been able to get out is Adam Lind. Was in the 7th inning, a 2-run homer. So the Blue Jays have come back in this game. It's now 8-5, 5-9-3 for Toronto, 8-9-0 for the Athletics. AT&T, the nation's fastest 3G network. AT&T, your world delivered. The bottom of the 7th inning. The young lady she's ready to go. She's ready for anything. You get shades like that, you're ready for anything. A new pitcher for the Jays. It's another lefty, Jesse Carlson.
One time the Blue Jays had about 4 lefties in the bullpen, including B.J. Ryan, who's no longer with the Blue Jays. 48th appearance for this left-hander. 4 home runs in 44 1/3 innings. Kind of a slinger. Slings the ball, but very effective, especially against lefties.
Cliff Pennington tonight, a single in the 2nd, a walk in the 4th, and a line out in the 5th. He scored a run in the 4th inning. Sounds like Cliff Pennington's going to get a long look at shortstop for the Athletics. 2 more months to play in the season. And why not take a look at the young man? Certainly has some tools. Pop-up foul, so Pennington hanging in there. Pennington, Kennedy, and Davis.
There's no doubt that players in certain organizations get a chance to come up a lot quicker than they would in other organizations. Pennington, a lot of the players of the A's, the opportunities. I was talking to Brent Anderson's father, Frank, who's college coach, of course, and he was back in Boston, the Cape. He's talking to a draft choice of the Yankees and just basically convincing him. He says, you got a long way to go before you get the Yankees major leagues. You come back to college, maybe you'll be a higher draft choice with a different club.
Pennington shoots one down the right field line, but it's just foul. Sounds like a difficult decision for the young man.
And I think he's going back to college, unless he gets a certain amount of money. But again, you get in certain organizations, you could vary. You could be there in 5 or 6 years with no chance to advance to the big leagues. Other organizations like this one, you see an opportunity, you take advantage of it, be here a long time. Suzuki did in 07, and he's here, and he'll be here a long time for sure.
Another foul ball from Pennington. So a good battle here. Cliff Pennington and Jesse Carlson. Ninth pitch of the at-bat. On the ground, John McDonald, the shortstop, has to hurry his throw, and they just get Pennington. You want to see how fast Cliff Pennington is, just watch that.
There's a few scouts with a stopwatch on him.
That's out of the right side of the batter's
exactly.
box.
Third baseman, number 29, Adam Kennedy.
So with one out, it's the top of the order and Adam Kennedy. Kennedy is 1 for 4. He doubled and scored in the 4th inning. On deck is Rajay Davis. We always tease Rajay. We tell him he's the secret weapon, but if he keeps playing like this, he's not going to be a secret anymore.
Shooty Babbitt's nickname?
Uh-oh.
I can't say it.
I was going to say, be careful, Ray.
Oh, it's a good one, but I always have to let Shooty say it when we have him on.
He's probably got it that way.
Because it's his name, so I'll let him disclose it. But Rajay, you talk about confident young man as he is playing again so well tonight. Prior to coming upstairs, he was given a haircut.
Was he really?
Yeah. Had the barber stool set up in the clubhouse.
A side job?
A side job, and put the uni on, been on base 4 times, and flying around the outfield all night. So he is multitasking. He is a multi-talented young man. But his job that he does not want to lose is here, right now.
Davis walked and scored in the first. Had an RBI single in the second. Had an RBI single in the fourth and scored a run. And walked in the fifth. Fires to first does McDonald, and he just gets the speedy Rajay Davis. 8th inning coming up from the Coliseum. 8-5 Athletics.
Tomorrow, we remind you once again, it's the A's versus the Blue Jays, 6:05. Ricky's jersey will be retired in a pregame ceremony starting at 5:30 p.m. 10,000 fans will receive a number 24 replica jersey, and it's courtesy of Pepsi. Sunday, August the 2nd, 10,000 fans will receive a 5-foot-tall Ricky Henderson bat, and it's courtesy of Kingsford Capital Management. Tickets are on sale right now. OaklandAthletics.com or call 877-493-BALL.
Down the right field line, and Alex Rios is retired on 1 pitch from the new pitcher for the A's, Brad Ziegler.
Number 23, Jose.
So Rios is 0 for 4. Ziegler, appearance number 44. He's 1-3 with a 3.06 ERA. So Ziegler here in the 8th inning. Jose Bautista is 0 for 3. Chopped over the mound. What a play by Cliff Pennington. Wow. Dug out by Tommy Everidge.
Wow. Well, if anybody's concerned about his range, he just shows he's got some. A lot, as a matter of fact. Not only got to the ball, but just unloaded so quickly. Look at this. I mean, off balance. And what a play also by Everidge to pick it, but Pennington getting rid of it. I mean, to be able to make that accurate of a throw, considering the way he threw it with momentum going towards right field. Unbelievable play. Highlight reel in his first game.
You know who would be proud? Tony D.
That's right.
Tony D. Francesco, the manager for the Sacramento River Cats.
Mike Gallego's going to be pretty happy to
Yeah.
see that. He's going to get a chance to work with him.
That was awesome. So Rod Barajas hits with 2 outs here in the 8th inning. So Russ Springer goes a third of an inning. It's out of the 7th, and Ziegler here in the 8th. And the pitching matchup tomorrow night will be Trevor Cahill and Brett Cecil. Cahill, of course, the right-hander, Brett Cecil, the young left-hander for Blue Jays. Make sure you come out early and enjoy all the festivities. We love Everidge. All right. Way outside. Now full count. John McDonald, who hoping to get a chance to hit here. Ball's driven to left center field, and nobody's going to get it. Off the base of the wall, and Rod Barajas is going to have a double. It's number 15 for Barajas on the year.
That ball travel considering. Sinker down and in. He just dropped the head of the bat on it. So once again, the A's get 2 quick outs. 3 pitches by Brett Ziegler to get 2 outs. 3 and 2 to Barajas, and he doubles. And now it's the bottom part of the batting order. They're starting to get a few hits.
This is the 9th place hitter, John McDonald, who takes a strike on the outside corner. But again, I want to remind you that A's pregame live at 5:30 will have full coverage of the Rickey Henderson ceremony tomorrow. So make sure you tune in to Comcast Sportsnet California. 5:30. And we'll have the ball game for you at 6 o'clock. Big crowd is expected, so it's going to be a fun night at the ballpark.
Still some tickets available, so a good chance to
be part of the big crowd.
Be a part of it and get out here and be a part of it. Exactly. Yeah. It'll be a special night.
Just off the plate. Tough pitch to take. McDonald did, and it's 1-2.
And I have a feeling tomorrow night's going to be a grand celebration. You're going to see a lot of things that maybe you would not expect to see. Might never ever see again in the retiring of a jersey. Get a chance to see it here tomorrow night.
McDonald rolls it foul, stays alive.
And I would say that the game and all the festivities in high definition.
I can't imagine that they wouldn't be.
How about that? We got new monitors up here.
For tonight, yeah.
Oh, just tonight?
Strike 3 called right on the outside corner. Perfect pitch by Ziegler. Side retired. Check out the play from Cliff Pennington. It was a dandy, folks. Jack Daniel's Tennessee Whiskey. Please drink responsibly. Bottom of the 8th inning from the Oakland Coliseum. It's 8-5. A's over the Blue Jays in game 1 of this 3-game weekend series. New pitcher for the Blue Jays as they bring in the right-hander. It's Sean Camp. So Sean Camp in the game, and will face Suzuki, Cust, and Sweeney. 0-5, but a decent ERA at 3.20 for Camp. So the A's have 9 hits in the game. But the guy who's been left out is Kurt Suzuki. Andrew Bailey starts to loosen up. Suzuki 0 for 4, but he reached out an error and scored in the first inning. Rajay Davis with a couple of hits. Suzuki, Cust, and Sweeney. If anybody were to get aboard, Tommy Everidge would hit. Big chopper. Batista jumps up, throws high, and Suzuki's safe. Millar had it come off the bag to grab the high throw, and Suzuki got in there safely, and it's going to be a base hit for Kurt.
Not even Kurt showing a great speed, and thought right there maybe got robbed, but the hustle and the high throw combined with Millar not able to come down with the ball quickly enough. So Kurt Suzuki, a hustling base hit just by a couple of inches as his foot hit the bag. And he had to avoid a collision and switch from his left foot to his right foot to make the tag on the bag. So good hustle by Kurt.
So hit number 10 for the A's, and here's Jack Cust. Cust has a base hit tonight, and he has walked twice, so he's been on base 3 times. Change-ups from Camp, both of them missing badly outside, 2-0. They did restart that game in Texas, and they played the final 2 innings, and the Rangers hung on and won it 5-4 over the Seattle Mariners. So both the Rangers win and the Angels win, so the Angels lead stays at 3 in the AL West. Seattle drops a game, and they are now 9 back. The Indians beat the Tigers in extra innings 6-5.
Probably thinking they don't need all those good players. They can do it without
That's right.
Victor, Cliff Lee. How's Cliff Lee doing?
Cliff Lee is doing just fine. Inside, and it's a walk to Jack Cust, his 3rd walk. Seven walks now issued by
right fielder, number 15, Ryan Sweeney.
So the A's with a chance to get a couple insurance runs here. Inside to Sweeney.
This is where Andrew Bailey, being a rookie and in the closing role, 3-run lead, is question whether he goes out if the A's score more in this half inning, or Brad Ziegler goes out for the 9th inning. And right now he's standing, which is a good idea. It's something that you have to learn as a relief pitcher, to kind of pace yourself in the bullpen, not throw too much.
Two 2-0 to Sweeney, and And that one on the inside corner. A 3 RBI night for Ryan Sweeney, giving him 27 on the year. Suzuki and Cuss the runners. Ball's driven to left center, but playable for England. And he's got it. Tagging up is Suzuki, and he will go to third, and he'll make it safely. So Sweeney makes it out, but it's a good out as it moved up a runner. And when you're looking for any kind of insurance run, that extra 90 feet can be important.
First baseman, number 21, Tommy Everidge.
So Tommy Everidge steps in.
Tommy Time t-shirts, they've got it all. That's great. Got his own following. First game in Oakland. I'll go out and see all the RVs, how many are parked outside.
I bet they're back tomorrow night.
They might just camp out in the parking lot.
Everidge showing a decent eye in the small amount of time we've seen him.
It doesn't seem like Friday night, does it?
What does it seem like?
Monday? I keep thinking tomorrow's Saturday, and it's the Saturday evening game.
Hill, McDonald, Millar, that's a double play. So the A's get the first 2 runners on, but they do not score. So save time for Andrew Bailey. 9th inning coming up. It's the A's 8, and it's the Blue Jays. Ninth inning at the Coliseum. A's 3 outs away from a win in Game 1 of this series. And Andrew Bailey will be the guy that tries to save it for the Athletics, and he will face the top of the order. Joe Inglet, Aaron Hill, Adam Lind. So Andrew Bailey looking for save number 14 on the year. And first pitch to Inglet is foul back. 2.25 ERA, 68 strikeouts in 60 innings for Bailey. And a swing and a miss by England on a pitch that was way inside. So it's a quick 0-2.
About 4 years ago, Dennis Eckersley's number was retired. And remember when Eck pitched here and amassed most of his 390 saves, when he came in this situation, start putting everything away. Of course, working on radio with Bill and Lon, and You just start folding up, put things away. I mean, you never wanted to get too quick, but you talk about automatic.
Number 2,
He was,
He was just like Mariano Rivera, just that automatic. And I'm sure Andrew Bailey is rapidly getting to that time of his career where he can be Mr. Automatic as well. Let's hope so, because he's good enough to do it.
Aaron Hill swings at the first pitch and fouls it back.
Tomorrow night, Ricky, it's the number 24, will join the other 4 of the recent era. The Raleigh, Reggie, Eck, and Catfish. Those 4 up in the Mount Davis area. Ricky's number is going to be down, I think, someplace lower for a certain amount of time, and then no doubt eventually we'll join the other 4.
Oh, 2 to Hill. Shoots on the right field, playable for Ryan Sweeney. 2 outs. So Adam Lind will step in, the final hope for the
Number
Jays.
26, Adam Lind.
Again, 5:30 tomorrow night. Tune in to Comcast Sportsnet California for all the pregame festivities. And make sure you, after the ball game tonight, A's postgame live. No reason to go anywhere else. And it's a quick 0-2 to Adam Lind. So Bailey throwing strikes, the Blue Jays swinging. Oh, 2. High fastball. Lind checks his swing. He did not go. Lind has had a big night. 3 for 4 with 3 RBIs, including a 2-run homer. Swing, and he just got a piece of it. Rolls it foul behind home plate. They scored all of their runs in the first 4 innings. 2 in the first, 1 in the second, 1 in the third, and 4 in the fourth. The Jays have crept back into the game, scoring 3 in the 7th. He's 1 out away from the victory. Bailey's ready. And that one's inside. So now a full count. Kevin Millar is the on-deck hitter. Payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. 95 miles per hour. Lind strikes out.